Lentil from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. This article is about the species Lens culinaris. For the meaning of lentil in Indian English, see legume. The lentil, Lens culinaris or Lens esculenta, is an edible legume. It is an annual plant known for its lens-shaped seeds. It is about 40 centimeters, 16 inches tall, and the seeds grow in pods, usually with 2 seeds in each. As a food crop, the largest producers are Canada and India, producing 29% and 27% respectively of the world's total lentils in 2021. Lentils are used around the world for culinary purposes. In cuisines of the Indian subcontinent, where lentils are a staple, split lentils, often with their hulls removed, known as dal, are often cooked into a thick curry that is usually eaten with rice or rotis. Lentils are commonly used in stews and soups. Botanical description. Name. Many different names in different parts of the world are used for the crop lentil. The first use of the word lens to designate a specific genus was in the 17th century by the botanist Tournefort. The word lens for the lentil is of classical Roman or Latin origin, possibly from a prominent Roman family named Lentilus, just as the family name Cicero was derived from the chickpea Cicer arietinum or fabia, as in Quintus Fabius Maximus, from the fava bean, Vicia faba. Systematics. The genus Lens is part of the subfamily Faboideae. I can't say it. Which is contained in the flowering plant family Fabaceae, or commonly known as legume or bean family, of the order Fabaceae in the kingdom Plantae. Faboideae. Lens is a small genus which consists of the cultivated L. culinaris and 6 related wild taxa. Among the different taxa of wild lentils, Orientalis, and I guess the L stands for Latin, Orientalis is considered to be the progenitor of the cultivated lentil and is now generally classified as Culinaris suborientalis. Lentil is a hypogeel, which means the cotyledons of the germinating seed stay in the ground and inside the seed coat. Therefore, it is less vulnerable to frost, wind erosion, or insect attack. The plant is a diploid, annual, bushy herb of erect, semi-erect, or spreading and compact growth, and normally varies from 30 to 50 centimeters, 12 to 20 inches in height. It has many hairy branches, and its stem is slender and angular. The rachis bears 10 to 15 leaflets in 5 to 8 pairs. The leaves are alternate, of oblong, linear, and obtuse shape, and from yellowish green to dark bluish green in color. In general, the upper leaves are converted into tendrils, whereas the lower leaves are mucronate. If stipules are present, they are small. The flowers, 1 to 4 in number, are small white, pink, purple, or pale blue in color. They arise from the axils of the leaves on a slender footstock almost as long as the leaves. The pods are oblong, slightly inflated, and about 1.5 centimeters, 5/8 inches long. Normally, each of them contains 2 seeds, about 0.5 centimeters, 1/4 inch, in diameter, and the characteristic lens shape. The seeds can also be mottled and speckled. The several cultivated varieties of lentil differ in size, hairiness, and color of the leaves, flowers, and seeds. Lentils are self-pollinating. The flowering begins from the lowermost buds and gradually moves upward, so-called acropetal flowering. Acropetal flowering. About 2 weeks are needed for all the flowers to open on the single branch. At the end of the second day and on the third day after the opening of the flowers, they close completely and the color begins to fade. After 3 to 4 days, the setting of the pods takes place. Types. Types can be classified according to their size, whether they are split or whole, or shelled or unshelled. Seed coats can range from light green to deep purple, as well as being tan, gray, brown, black, or mottled. Shelled lentils show the color of the cotyledon, which can be yellow, orange, red, or green. Red cotyledon types: Nipper, Australia; Northfield, Australia; Cobber, Australia; Digger, Australia; Nugget, Australia; Aldinga, Australia; Masoor Dal, unshelled lentils with a brown seed coat and an orange-red cotyledon; Petite Crimson, shelled Masoor lentils; Red Chief, light tan seed coat and red cotyledon; Small green, brown seed coat types. Small green brown seed coat types: Estin green, Pardina, Spain; Verdina, Spain. Medium green brown seed coat types: Avondale, United States; Matilda, Australia; Richlia. Large green brown seed coat types: Boomer, Australia; Brewers, a large brown lentil which is often considered the regular lentil in the United States; Castellana, Spanish; Laird, the commercial standard for large green lentils in Western Canada; Mason, Merit, Mosa, Naslata, Bulgaria; Mosa is from Spain; Pennell, United States; Riverland, United States. Other types: Beluga, black bead-like, lens-shaped, almost spherical, named for resemblance to beluga caviar, called Indian head in Canada; Macachiatos, big yellow Mexican lentils; Poi lentils, variant Poyensis, small dark speckled blue-green lentil from France with a protected designation of origin. Small dark speckled blue-green lentil from France with a protected designation of origin name. Alblesa. 3 traditional genotypes of lentils native to the Swabian Jura Alps in Germany and protected by the Producers Association. Oko Erzgebirgsgemeinschaft Alblesa, English, Eco Producer Association Alblesa. Production in 2021, global production of lentils was 5.6 million tons, led by Canada with 29% and India with 27% of the world total table. Saskatchewan is the most productive growing region in Canada, producing 95% of the national total. In India, Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh together produce more than 70% of the total. Cultivation. History. The cultivated lentil Lens culinaris, subspecies culinaris, was derived from its wild subspecies, Latin culinaris, subspecies orientalis, although other species may also have contributed some genes, according to Jonathan Sauer, Historical Graphical of Crop Plants, 2017. Unlike their wild ancestors, domesticated lentil crops have indehiscent pods and non-dormant seeds. Lentil was domesticated in the Fertile Crescent of the Near East and then spread to Europe, the Middle East, North Africa, and the Indo-Gangetic Plain. The primary center of diversity for the domestic Lens culinaris, as well as its wild progenitor, Latin culinaris subspecies orientalis, is considered to be the Middle East. The oldest known carbonized remains of lentil from Greece's Franci cave are dated to 11,000 BC. In archaeobotanical excavations, carbonized remains of lentil seeds have been recovered from widely dispersed places such as Tel Ramad in Syria, 6250 to 5950 BC, Aceramic Baidha in Jordan, Hasalar in Turkey, 5800 to 5000 BC, Tepe Sabs, Italian Tepe Sabs in Iran, 5500 to 5000 BC, and Argissa Magula Tessili in Greece, 6000 to 5000 BC, along other places. Soil requirements. Lentils can grow on various soil types, from sand to clay loam, growing best in deep sandy loam soils with moderate fertility. A soil pH around 7 would be the best. Lentils do not tolerate flooding or waterlogged conditions. Lentils improve the physical properties of soils and increase the yield of succeeding cereal crops. Biological nitrogen fixation or other rotational effects could be the reason for higher yields after lentils. Climate requirements. The conditions under which lentils are grown differ across different growing regions. In the temperate climates, lentils are planted in the winter and spring under low temperatures, and vegetative growth occurs in later spring and the summer. Rainfall during this time is not limited. In the subtropics, lentils are planted under relatively high temperatures at the end of the rainy season, and vegetative growth occurs on the residual soil moisture in the summer season. Rainfall during this time is limited. In West Asia and North Africa, some lentils are planted as a winter crop before snowfall. Plant growth occurs during the time of snow melting. Under such cultivation, seed yields are often much higher. Seedbed requirements and sowing. The lentil requires a firm, smooth seedbed with most of the previous crop residues incorporated. For the seed placement and for later harvesting, it is important that the surface is not uneven with large clods, stones, or protruding crop residue. Let's read that again. For the seed placement and for later harvesting, it is important that the surface is not uneven with large clods, stones, or protruding crop residue. It is also important that the soil be made friable and weed-free so that seeding can be done at a uniform depth. The plant densities for lentils vary between genotypes, seed size, planting time, and growing conditions, and also from region to region. In South Asia, a seed rate of 30 to 40 kilograms per hectare, 27 to 36 pounds per acre, is recommended. In West Asian countries, a higher seed rate is recommended and also leads to a higher yield. The seeds should be sown 3 to 4 centimeters, 1 1/4 to 1 1/2 inches deep. In agriculturally mechanized countries, lentils are planted using grain drills, but many other areas still hand broadcast. Cultivation, management, fertilization. In intercropping systems, a practice commonly used in lentil cultivation, herbicides may be needed to assure crop health. Like many other legume crops, lentils can fix atmospheric nitrogen in the soil with specific rhizobia. Lentils grow well under low fertilizer input conditions, although phosphorus, nitrogen, potassium, and sulfur may be used for nutrient-poor soils. Diseases. Main article, list of lentil diseases. Below is a list of the most common lentil diseases. Fungal diseases. Okay, look at all that. Well, that would be a good place to start for next time. Maybe. Man, okay. I'll go for it. Alternaria blight. Alternaria, alternata, alternaria. SP, period. What does that stand for? Anthracnose. Anthracnose. Coletotrichum lindamucianum. Coletotrichum truncatum. I've never studied Latin. Aphanomses root rot. Aphanomses otitis. This will just be a comedy session. I don't know how to pronounce this.